Hello, welcome to Mrs. Motormouth. I'm your host, Chip, and today you find me in the bed of my bedroom in good old Manhattan. Um, I called out of work today, and before you get ahead of yourselves and go, ooh, okay, bad girl, ooh, she called out of work, ooh. I told my manager I was gonna do this yesterday, cause I can't lie. Because I am such a goody two shoes to my heart. But also because I wanted to prepare her. Because, like, I was planning to do this. Because, look, y'all, I have had a week. Okay? I wouldn't say a week from hell. But, like, I'm always just so goddamn tired that, like, I really everything is feels like a big thing, you know? Every little thing feels like a big thing. So anyways, here's the week I've had. Come home, what was it? Wednesday, maybe? Doesn't matter. And boyfriend's freaking out because roaches. And we've like, we're living in New York. I've expected roaches. I'm from Georgia. So like I'm used to roaches. I'm used to living in old dingy apartments and boom, what do you know? You got a fucking roach. I am no stranger to raid. But yeah, nope. They've just like over the past month have steadily been getting worse. And we kind of have like a good for nothing super. So yeah, I just knew. Like we set the traps and still. And I saw roach shit for the first time. And sorry to get gross and for people who are squeamish, so I'm trying not to get too much, not to get further into it than I need to. Because I get it. Because I'm grossed out as well. But our cat's water bowl, I guess it was just too wet over there, so found a lot. So yeah, we've just been dealing with that this week, like trying to clean everything better and go behind our fridge, our oven. Who does that? Who pulls those heifers out? But that's what we did. Clean back there, and because our super is good for nothing and never gets back to us, I was like, fuck it, I'll caulk this shit myself. Did all that. It's not good. But I will get that security. Bruh. Ugh, my microphone died. Whatever. All that I was saying before I got rudely cut off was that, yeah, I'll be damned if I don't get that security deposit back. Because what? Because your employee doesn't want to ever answer my text messages and help me out a little bit here. I just texted him too. Oh, so yeah, that's why I tell this whole thing. I don't know if I already said, but it's because I'm supposed to wait for the exterminator, but they don't. It's not any set time. This is he comes once a month. This is when he comes. No set time, just that he comes. I texted my super and said, "Hey, is he coming?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, great." And I called out of work so I could sit here. Well, one, I kind of needed. I'll be real. It was a little bit of a minty bee um, day, But I kind of needed this day anyways. I've been wanting a day to like literally do nothing, but it also sucks to wait around and feel trapped here because I don't want to miss this guy because I want these roaches out of my damn apartment. And I even texted Super. I was like, he's coming today still? Nothing. Okay, and then just when my boyfriend and I are like, okay, cool, we like planned to have a beach day and it was gonna be fun and lovely, and it was a great time. Also low-key unofficial like nudie beach. I was getting distracted by all the cooter cats because just like call me I don't know, I hate to that's where I feel like I'm not gonna be vulgar. I was about to say my fucking grandma. That's when I feel like her. But that feels rude to call. She's a very sweet lady, so I shouldn't say that. But my beautiful, sweet, wonderful grandmother, um, is a little conservative, and actually very. And anyways, growing up, I remember when we went to the beach, and there were these naked toddlers like running around, and like whatever, they're kids. And I just remember my grandma going, I think they're French. And I don't know, I guess I just almost emulated her the other day. I was like, whoa, whoa. But also, like, whoa. Hey guys. Because, like, one guy just, like, straight up did not have his pants on. And you know what? I'm not 100%, but I remember the Free the Nipple movement. I don't know if they made, like, being topless in New York legal, or if it's just, like you're not gonna get charged, or it's just like whatever, turn the other way for. Um, I don't know if it is like what the repercussions are if I go out topless, say, but I said to my friend last night, I said arguably seeing that dick was more offensive than the tits, and she was like, well, duh, and I was like, duh, like yeah, like I think. Hey, wait. I didn't mean to get it all into this. But yeah, I guess, like, I wish we could, like, desexualize boobs enough that, like, it wouldn't be a big deal if a woman didn't wear a top like it is with a man. I don't see that in our foreseeable future, but, like, Anyways, I think my beach going, when I'm going, I guess fuck, that's what I prefer. God forbid, I just would appreciate everybody kept their bottoms on at least. That makes me sound like such a prude, which I'm totally not. Like I was like, wait, I want my shit out, I want to go. I love skinny dipping. Nothing is more beautiful than that, or like feels such a connection to nature. Like I love skinny dipping. But I guess, like, this is what I was telling my boyfriend, why I wouldn't feel like I could really participate, especially at a New York beach in America, is, like, the fact that, like, I would be doing it in a liberating sense, and because that feels great and, amazing and natural, but I don't think everybody would view me that way, and I think that's what stops me. And I think that's also maybe where I pass, hey, maybe this is where that judgment was kind of coming from, because I guess I wonder how, like, obviously the women know men could look at them in that way. I guess I'm baffled by their inability to care, or maybe they do care, but, like, it that just feels kind of, I just can't imagine not caring, So I think I would like to speak to someone. I think would have a very enjoyable conversation just to pick somebody's brain, like nudist, especially those at the beach I saw in New York. Like, what made you feel comfortable? And do you think, whatever. Okay, I'm going on a whole tailspin. This is okay, can I be honest with you? Maybe a little. So, God forbid a girl loses her train of thoughts. Wow, that was confession time. Okay, hold on. I actually have a real list. But anyways, oh yeah, so the beach day was beautiful, but I think I failed to mention, we got so fucking sunburnt. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm a dumb fuck. Like, I know better. And yet, I'm miserable. And I'm miserable because I'm really mad at myself. And now, when this all goes away, I'm going to look patchy and I'm going to have a fuck ass tan. And I already have a fuck ass tan because literally my manager freaked out the other day because she saw it. I got burned, not this past week, but a few weeks before when I last went to the beach. And it's because I, like a dummy, didn't ask my friend to put sunscreen on my back, so I missed a patch, and you can see my literal finger marks. That is so mortifying. I'm so embarrassed I could cry about it. Like I'm so good at laughing at myself because I do stupid shit like this all the time, and it's so mortifying and embarrassing. But like, what am I gonna do? I can't just crawl into a hole. I gotta live, you know? I trip everywhere. You just have to laugh at yourself. Like I'm sure there would be a small army of people who could say that they've seen me almost snap an ankle on a street. You know, like and you just gotta laugh. But I cannot laugh at myself for this fucking sunburn I got. And it's when my friends point out the fingers, I'm like, I know, you can see I missed this patch. Like, sorry, I'm stupid. And then, so yeah, I freaked out my manager because I guess she's been seeing some TikTok stuff. I don't even know, but she's been seeing some TikTok stuff, and she thought I had gotten snatched somehow, or you know, and it probably does look like the most insane birthmark, but it's a sunburn. And then now I've gotten sunburned again this summer, and it's more surface area. And sure, maybe it will even out my fuck ass burn on the back, but like, my back is so itchy and I'm so moisturized. Like, I moisturize so much, just even outside of like having a burn. Like, I thank you to my mom, okay? Like, I get out of the shower, I moisturize. I moisturize twice a day. I have very soft skin. And I like to brag about that. Actually, when people compliment me, I'm going to be honest with you. When people compliment me and tell me that my skin's so soft, I act kind of like a little bashful, I guess, like as if I've never heard this before. But actually, no, I know I am, and I take a lot of pride in that. I moisturize so much. You will not see me have no dry skin. I pass away the few times I've been ashy in the past few years. So anyways, you would think I'd be better, okay, with all this to say about putting on sunscreen, but I'm dumb, and I think I got distracted by the cooter cats and distracted by how much fucking sand there was. I hate sand. I love the beach. I love that I can swim in the water, and I love swimming. I love swimming in the ocean. It's the best. Like, there really isn't nothing like it. And then just like basking in the sun and getting sun drunk. Like, I love that. But I hate sand, and I hate how it operates, and I hate how it gets everywhere, and the sensory's too much. And then yeah, you try to reapply sunscreen while you have sand all over you. Ugh. I want to like immediately go to wash it off, but you have to let it sit, and then you have to sit in that sensory. No, thank you. So, yeah, I feel clearly very passionate about that. But anyways, minus the fucking roaches and the sunburn, I've been having a pretty good time in life, and life's chill and shit. And well, okay, let's talk about my anxiety of this week, because I don't remember what last week was, but my anxiety this week is just like, I don't know if I'm probably smoking too much. Actually, my friend and I concluded this is our problem. We smoke too much, and then we go out and hang out with people, and then we treat it like experiments. Like, now we're like fucking social anthropologists, hyper-analyzing everybody and everything, and it's very mechanical. And I think I know when I smoke that I don't always make sense, even though I feel like I'm having a religious experience, you know? But I guess I do worry that I sound stupid. Probably how I sound maybe to the audience now. Just like, girl, what are you talking about? And I guess I just know how cruel people can be, and I worry that I'm like, you know, not participating or forgetting some social cue, oversharing, God forbid trauma dumping. Like, I'm try not to do any of that. So I don't know. I think I'm just like, it's like I'm really trying to make an effort to meet more people and hang out with people. But it's just so awkward. And so yeah, that's, I think, like kind of been my anxiety this week. It's like hanging out with people and trying to get to know people and talk to strangers, and just like, ugh, of all of that. And then like, I don't know what it is, but with like people my age in this city, like, I don't know, it just, certain spaces can feel really hostile. Like, God forbid I'm not somebody, you know, you don't instantly recognize me, or I'm not wearing like the chicest outfit you've ever seen, so I might as well just be like invisible. And like, I kind of wonder how much of this I project and then how much of this is true. But it's like, feels very true, because it's like, it's even in the sense like you get to feel so invisible that people don't even like get the fuck out of your way, you know, like they're bumping into you, they're like squeezing in next to you as if you weren't even there. And I don't know, I mean, you know, talking about the Gen Z stare, right? And I don't know, it's like, I don't think, well, I bring up the Gen Z stare because I don't know if it's a critique on a generation. Is it like post-COVID weirdness, or just have people always been so shitty? I don't know which it is, but ugh, just kind of sucks. But I know the answer to these anxieties is just to know that I'm that fucking bitch, and I gotta act like I'm that bitch and remain and remind myself of being that bitch, and then it won't bother me. Okay. All right. What the fuck else do I have written down? Um, I like the shit I've written down. It's like, girl, okay. Um, oh, I do want to talk about, guys. This has really been weighing on me. So I've probably had the same. I don't know if I can say this word. Vibe. Can I get away with whispering it? Vibrator. I've had the same one since, probably since I turned maybe 19, maybe 18. This girl's probably at least 5 or 6 years old, and I literally, like, it's like not as nice looking, like, you know, paint's chipped or whatever, the stuff that coats it, you know, it's just, it's clearly old and has been used, and I'm not saying it's not clean, okay? If you doubted my cleanliness, that's not what I'm saying. But it's also like, even the motor doesn't run like it used to. And I think about that like Broad City episode where Alana has the really old vibrator, and it's like the most ridiculous thing, but she loves it. Like, that is me and my vibrator. That is so real and accurate. And yeah, that really resonated with me. But regardless, I know I should get a new one, but it's like, oh, it ain't broke. And, you know, who's got that money? Even my little, I don't even really care for it, but like, I still use Trisha Paytas's like Adam and Eve discount. I mean, tried and true. Years long I've been using that. Cause it works. Hey, thank you, girl. But yeah, but anyways, I had a stress stream. Yeah, my vibrator, she stopped working. It was really awful. Like, I woke up really stressed, and can confirm all still well. She's still kicking, but god damn, that would be like, if that happened to me, I'd be like, ugh, another thing. The roaches, the sunburn, and now my vibrator. Oh, that's like a breaking point. Yeah. Let's classify vibrator kapooting, breaking point. Yeah. Cherry on top the shit show. Okay, what's been annoying me lately? Of course, a lot. So many things. Always, consistently so. Rich people. Go fuck yourselves. That's it. That's all I have to say. Yeah. If you have wealth, go fuck yourself. Mainly though, because like, okay, so my friend's been nannying, and she literally will nanny for people who work from home, which is kind of insane to me. Like, I guess I just don't get, I don't get it. I do and I don't. Like, I can already, I guess, like, preemptively hear the reasoning, but it doesn't help the fact that I don't get the fact that, like, if you work from home, why do you need a nanny? And that comes from the fact that my parents did work from home. Um and still raised me and raised us to be respectful of the fact that they work from home. Like if they were on the phone, we were quiet. Could it be too loud? And if we wanted to be, we had to go outside. Like I guess I don't understand that. Um, yeah, I don't understand hiring someone and you're there. I just don't. Yeah, so those are like the kind of families though that my friends are helping out with. Like a bunch of people are working from home. And then the other day, this like actually made me ill when she told me. The other day she said that she went to go nanny a toddler, actually maybe still considered a baby, um, whose parents were too hungover to. So while my friend is taking care of their child, they were just watching TV, hungover. Like, that's insane to me. That's insane. Like, I can already hear people being like, oh, well, I mean, if you have the money, might as well. But, like, doesn't that feel like just a little dystopian to you? Like, isn't that a bit strange? Like, it's, to me, kind of on par with, like, in theory, surrogacy sounds like a really great thing, but then when you really think about the reality of surrogacy and the women that it attracts, you know, like that's what kind of how on par it feels. Like you're paying people to do childcare to, create life for you potentially, in the terms of surrogacy, but like to take care of your children, but that's your children. And I'm understand I'm not a parent and I do not plan on being one for these very reasons. Like I find it exhausting, the idea of parenthood and the fact that it is a 24/7 job, and it would be one that I took seriously. But clearly, like a lot of parents, that's not the prerogative. I don't know. I'm not exactly making a case that they shouldn't have the kids, but I do think it's very strange that like in the scheme of life, like the thing that people talk about being the most important and bringing the most joy, which is creating a family and having a family and raising that family, I guess I find it very strange that people opt out just because they can. Like, you think my parents didn't take care of me with a hangover? You think their parents didn't take care of them with a hangover? Like, I just find that really bizarre. And that's also just been on my mind lately too, is just acknowledging and thinking about the people that serve you. Because I work in retail, I serve the public, but I think about the people who serve me at, restaurants, when I get a massage, the nail salon, like nannying, dog walking. Like, I mean, I've been in some of those positions. Like with dog walking, craziest thing is like, well, you're dog walking in wealthy neighborhoods because that's who can afford this service. And then you find that the only people in those neighborhoods is you, the other dog walkers, the nannies, and the cleaners. That gets a little weird, when this whole neighborhood is deserted because the parents are at their well-paying jobs and their nice offices, and the kids are off at the likely private schools. And now in this neighborhood, the only time you're allowed in, because you can't afford to live there, is by being one of those services. So these people can live easier lives, essentially. But then I gotta come home and I still gotta walk my dog and clean my home and take care of my kid. Like, I don't know if that's coming across really well. And I'm sure there's people who have said it way better than me, and, serve a link if you know them. But that's really been on my mind. And yeah, I think the tipping point where I was like, was again hearing about these parents who they're hungover and paid. That's just crazy. So anyways, rich people are disgusting to me. And maybe this is a topic for the other time, but why is this like also like new wave of rich people? Or like maybe it's just the ones in like really liberal cities. But like, I also would love to read if anybody has any like essays, articles, anything about that someone has already discussed this phenomenon. But like, how interesting, from what I know of the hippie movement, like the 60s, the flower children, like, and to be fair, I don't know a whole lot, probably very surface level, but isn't that crazy where it was like peace, love, kind of almost like Buddhist thinking, free life, whatever, free from materials, just enjoying nature. I don't know, but it's now like been co-opted by kind of like these EDM people who they call themselves like dirty hippies. And this, I know this isn't all of them, but anyways, but the people who go to like Burning Man, but now they're like these like multi-million-dollar people. They have net worths. Like, hey, my boyfriend said he looked up his net worth. He's $1,000. Baby, that's how rich we are. $1,000. These people have real net worths, but they're going to things like these like spiritual, hippie, free loving, but like they're living a lifestyle that is contrary to the fundamentals of that. But they can afford to go to these festivals, and because they have nice jobs that probably have great PTO. Like, isn't that crazy? And I just get so riled up about that. Like, honestly, like, those festivals like Burning Man and shit sound cool, but these bitches who came in, or maybe they've always been here, Lord if I know, don't make me want to go. Sickening. I'm sickened by you. I find, ugh. And I mean, I just haven't really been exposed to like this level of wealth. And when I'm around people like that, ugh. Oh my God, it just makes me think of people that I knew and have known, and why can't rich people just own the fact that they're fucking rich? And they never, I know, we all know they're penny pinchers. Like, people always say you and your poor friends will give each other more money than your rich friend ever would, And I've known people like that. It's just fucking crazy. But I feel like for the first time, especially living in New York, I'm in a proximity to it in a way that I haven't before, and I just can't help but like gawk. It's just so mind blowing to me to, I guess, find just firsthand experience some of this. But major big news though, I upped my meds, so it's been nice. I've been enjoying it. If we can just really kick this last bit of social anxiety in the butt, I would be so golden. But honestly, I've already noticed the difference. Like, I'm at work and just like, I am not bothered by a single thing, which is great, because that's the worst part about retail if you're anxious. Because like, especially if you're anxious, like rejection or people being mean to you, because like you might say something they don't want to hear. Brutal. But I've gotten better. I've gotten used to it. I've also realized I'm like, I like to be open about money, but I feel like telling someone a large amount of money is like a terrifying thing to me. And this was like the first job where I was working where like people were paying for items that were like $200 plus, or like their total collected to that. And I initially, like my first couple months there, used to be so anxious to tell people that they spent like $250. Meanwhile, they're just like blank face, robotically tap that. Like, it was like, I was like, oh, whoa. Like, that scared me so much, and it was just whatever. So I've gotten more used to it, but crazy thing I learned about myself. But anyways, the new anxiety uppage has helped with a lot of my work stress, so that's great. Still gotta work on that social anxiety. Ugh. But that might be a forever thing, so whatever. Okay, I have a funny little bullet point in my notes for today's episode. And I don't totally remember what prompted me to write this, like what train of thought, but I wrote, delusion of being a movie star, in parentheses, I hate my sci profile, ... Like, okay. I must have seen like a picture of me from the side and was like, ugh. And that, like, oh, you know what? I think I'm slowly starting to remember. Did I watch a rom-com this week? I feel like I remember. I was thinking more about the Superman movie, which was fire, by the way. Didn't expect it to be so good, but golly, it was great. But I think I was thinking about, like, first of all, that's that kiss, the Superman Lois kiss is of that movie, were so delicious and yummy in a way that, like, I don't remember the last time I saw such tantalized, like, kissing, that, like, if I was in middle school, I'd be feeling things, you know? Like, last time I felt that way was, like, watching fucking CW slop, you know? Like fucking Vampire Diaries or something. So that was pleasant. But then I think that's what I started to think. So, like, I wanted to be a movie star. Like, when I was a kid, my life plan was, like, be famous. And then I think it wasn't until I got to high school that I was like, I don't think I can just be famous. I think I have to, like, do something to earn that fame. Um, and then I got turned 18 and I was like, dang, I really thought I'd be famous, so I don't know what to do. So that lets you know what a delusional person I am, kind of from the get go. But, anyways, I think I, if I was a movie star, I would have learned a lot sooner. Okay, rude. Interrupt my podcast. Why are their motorcycles mufflers so loud? And I was thinking I'd be so embarrassed to ride a motorcycle because it's so loud. Like, everybody knows that I'm leaving my house and riding my motorcycle, and they know where I'm going and where I'm coming from because they can hear me on my motorcycle. It's just very like, kind of showy, kind of attention whore. Like, okay, we all have to hear you and that you're out right now, and it disturbs things like a girl trying to film her podcast in her bedroom. As I was saying. So, yeah, it would have been a really rude awakening. Like, I think me not caring for my side profile has been a slow growing resentment, but it would have came in strong because I do not have a strong side profile. I had a friend try to tell me she liked it. I was like, I think you're lying. Like, I honestly thought she was, like, trying to, like, diss me or something. But I think she genuinely meant it, and I could not get it. But yeah, no, I think I would have to. I would love, actually, to play, like, the lead love interest in something. I think that would be so fun. Like, I would love to fulfill my manic pixie dream girl agenda and flash my eyes and be flirty and cool and sexy. Yeah. And clever. Yeah, I would love that. But the director would really, 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 really have to do me a solid on the angles. Because straight side profile and kissing don't hurt my feelings. So I realized that I guess I really wasn't meant to be a movie star because I don't have that strong jawline to have a good kissing side profile moment. What a shame. Ugh. Talent wasted, truly. Okay, I actually gave it some more thought, and I want to say, you know what? I don't think it's just New York where, like, trying to interact with people or get to know people feels hostile. I will actually open it up and say it could just be everywhere. I think it's different in New York because a lot of it does feel kind of sizing up, again, especially when you go to certain neighborhoods or certain places. But it felt like that a lot when I was in Boston too. Like, it felt like pulling teeth, or like I was being intrusive, just trying to, me and my friends just trying to talk to people about, like, what is the point of going to the bar truly and not, at least for a little bit, socializing with somebody other than the friends you came with, or like merging groups, or, like, I don't get that. I don't understand, like, there's this weird hostility towards that, but, like, that's part of the fun, is to talk to new people and get to know new people, maybe make a friend. But I feel like a lot of people, it's very closed off, which maybe it's one of those, like, post-pandemic things, like, fuck, maybe it did actually change things in that sense, and how we act with each other socially. But Yeah, I was actually thinking of some instances in Boston where my friends and I received like kind of similar treatment to what I was talking about earlier. So, yeah, yeah, that I'll give it to everywhere. It's not just here. It's not just there. It's kind of everywhere. But that's kind of I feel like at least when I was living in Atlanta, and again, like a lot of this was pre-pandemic, so maybe it's not like this anymore. Who's to say? I mean, you could tell me, but I don't know myself. But I don't know. Actually, I don't even think. I don't know. But I feel like Atlanta's like, people are just, if you're out, you're talking to whoever and they're talking to you and it's chill. Okay, well, I think on that note, I'm going to wrap up this episode because I keep losing my train of thought. But, anyways, thanks for tuning in and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.